So let's go actually use the dynamic import now. So go to app.jsx, and we are going to just do landing first, right? And then we'll work through the other ones. So we're going to import async route from /async route. And then I want you to delete landing. So delete landing here. The reason why that's important is as soon as we delete our landing, it's not going to include that anymore in the initial bundle. Okay? And what we're going to do here, we'll make sure I get this correct. Let's just put this on multiple lines because this is going to make it easier for me to read. Oh, no, it's fine. Okay. Path equals slash, okay? And then component, we're not going to load landing because that's no longer available up front. What we're going to do is we're going to make this another function, another arrow function, right? It's going to take in props, and then it's going to render async route. Props are going to be equal to whatever props are passed in, so props equals props. And then the last thing is going to be loading promise equals import /landing. What did I mess up here? All right, so that's fine. It needs to be that, right? I always mess this up. Okay. So it's still a route, right, with React Router. But the component it's going to render this async route component, right? So async route, the first time it renders is going to be the loading spinner, right? But we're also passing it this promise. This promise is coming from import. Import is going to go out to Webpack and say, or our server and say, I don't have this, please give this to me. Webpack is then going to, our server is going to hand it another bundle of JavaScript. And then once that JavaScript is loaded, parsed, and ready to go, it's going to resolve that promise with that module. Now you might be asking, where's the code split actually happening? Where do I tell it split the code here, right? The answer is, it's just smart enough to say, you called import there, I can cut off this entire part of the dependency graph. So anything that landing is depending on, which is not much at the moment, but anything that is coming along with landing will be asynchronously loaded here. So let's take a look at what that actually looks like. So first of all, if you go back to, I think I put this in a bad state, so let's try running this again. Oh, you changed your Babel RC file. So anytime you change Babel RC, you're going to have to start and stop your server again. Oh, it still doesn't like that. Unexpected token there. All right, so this time it gets a little dense for me, so I'm just going to put this onto multiple lines, figure out where I'm going wrong. All right, so I have route, exact, path, component. This is props that returns async route, props, loading promise. And loading promise. That looks like it should work, right? Did I mess something else up? I might have not saved my Babel file. I didn't. Ha, there it is. Gotta save your Babel RC or it doesn't work. Hopefully it works this time. Okay, so now what I want you to come up and check out is we got 0.bundle.js and we have bundle.js, right? Now granted, this is 5.58 megabytes, this is 10 kilobytes. Not a whole lot of savings, right? But imagine if you have large dependency graphs on each route, like one of them is bringing in moment.js, right? Moment's a fairly large library, so you only want to load moment when it's necessary. So if we refresh this again, what I want you to look at, if we open network, we're going to refresh. Notice that it loads bundle and bundle.0.bundle.js because this is the landing route, so it's going to have to load both of those. But again, go to browse all, but now refresh again hard. I'm just going to look at JS for the moment. Notice that only bundle.js is being loaded. Then as soon as I go to home, it's going to load another bundle, right? So this is what code splitting is going to buy for you. It's going to buy you the ability to have this code split out so that you can have smaller initial bundle sizes. Again, this is something you're going to have to carefully consider whether or not it's going to be useful for you. This is not useful, right? Landing is so small that the ability to like split this out is not super interesting. It would be better if we just included it the first time instead of having to split this out. But if in a normal application, when each route is going to be fairly sizable, you're going to be saving maybe 100 kilobytes, and that's a big deal. Also keep in mind that these file sizes look really large, but it's unminified, it's ungzipped, like all of this stuff is not production ready at this moment in time.